Yes, my people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. So it's early morning, isn't it? It's still morning. It's not afternoon yet. So I'm gonna be doing a preview Liverpool versus Manchester United. It's probably one of the biggest games in world football. Most likely bigger than Real Madrid and Barcelona because we get more views on this one as well. So let's talk about this. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Let's enjoy this together. And obviously, there's someone leaving Liverpool Football Club as well, so we're going to be talking about him. And yeah, let's do this, people. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily contents. Yeah, so it's an important game for both teams. Liverpool is sixth in the league, and Manchester United are third. If we beat Manchester United tomorrow, we're going to be like 7 points behind them and 3 points off the top four. If you look at the season, people, do you think to yourself the league is a strange one because we could say it's a great league this season due to like the two teams are not competing on a regular basis, who are regular basically like Liverpool and Manchester City. It looks like the like top three right now. The points are actually top four to top five. The points are not too far from each other, and anyone can play. Anyone can finish anywhere, and I include Liverpool with that one, which is six as well. We've got a couple of games in hand so one game in hand on some of them, and like a couple of games in hand on the Newcastle as well. So I think like considering where we was most of the season, like 9th and 10th, it's not bad like for Liverpool, like just climbing up that table, especially when players are coming back from injury and competing for the top four. If we get the top four, I honestly think that this season has been weird and it's not as good as people think it is. I think the season is weird because I don't think the points are any different from previous seasons, apart from Arsenal doing well. If Arsenal had pressure on them, like the regular Liverpool and regular Manchester City, would they be at the top? I don't know, because when the pressure is on, it's hard to maintain that lead, if you know what I mean. So that's why I'm saying like it's a strange season considering like how the league is. So yeah, Manchester United Liverpool is like one of the biggest games in the world football, and I'm not here to deny that either. So yeah, the first thing we're going to be talking about before the match, like who's going to win in that, and how the match is going to go. It's this guy. Yes, Bobby Firmino has decided to leave Liverpool Football Club after 7 or 8 years at Liverpool Football Club. So I'm for one gonna miss him. Don't forget this guy has changed that front line in world football to a different way, especially in the Premier League as well. If you think about it, like not many people do what Bobby Firmino does, like which is drop deep, collect the ball, defend for the team, and then attack. It's gonna be a sad day on the last game of the season, especially like when we're gonna see him saying his goodbyes and that. But Bobby Firmino, man, oh man, I'm gonna miss him. I'm really gonna miss him because there's no one like him. Selfless player. All he thinks about the team. Teams come first. You know what I mean? and it's like if you look at Liverpool Football Club, the players that's left, like Ronaldo and Mane and players like that, they're all selfless. You know what I mean? They only think about the team. They sacrifice their own game in order for the team to win. If you know what I mean. And especially this guy, like, I know he gets injured a lot now, but 107 goals in his entire stay at Liverpool Football Club. It's amazing, man. 107 goals as a withdrawn number 9, and he turned that position into something special, and now a lot of teams try to copy it. You see the likes of Man United, Arsenal, and other teams like that. I mean, he's been with us since 2015. He's not even a club buy. It was actually a Brendan Rodgers buy. He came the season when I think Benteke and Joe Gomez came to Liverpool Football Club, and he hasn't looked back since, man. We've won every trophy possible, like the league, Champions League, Super Cup. I was there actually at Istanbul. We won the Super Cup, and we won the World Club Cup Championship as well, FA Cup and League Cup, and he contributed in all of them. Firmino is a special player, man, and he's gonna be missed around Anfield. There's a reason we bought Gakpo, in it. There's a reason why we beat a lot of teams towards Gakpo, because Gakpo is the replacement for Firmino. I thought he's going to be a number 8, but nope, he's a replacement for Firmino, and this is why we play him up front and in a withdrawn role. It's going to be sad, man. It's going to be sad. Last day of the season, watching Firmino say his goodbyes, man. What a shame. What a shame. Like every good things come to an end, as everybody knows about that. Nothing ever lasts. It's how you come through it. And I'm hoping Liverpool buy the right players in summer to replace these legends, and we move up the table again. You know what I mean? Because we're 6th now. We was 10th for majority of it, and with the new players, if we get players under the age of 24, some like 25, we could actually compete again. Because if you look at Liverpool's position as a squad, the positions we need filling, at least we know it, so we don't have to buy players for the sake of buying, and then there'll be a flop, if you know what I mean. So if we buy the likes of like Bellingham, Casado, Nunes, and players like that, at least they are Liverpool made. They're made for Liverpool, especially our formation. Klopp only plays 4-3-3. A lot of people criticize Klopp like he doesn't play in any other formation, but if you look at him at Dortmund, he had technical players like Kagawa, Mkhitaryan, Rios. He had Shaheen. He had Gundogan, who's at Manchester City. He's a special player down there. So if you look at his actual overall players at Dortmund, they were technical. It's just this league is hard. It's hard. It's hard to win this league. You know what I mean? And especially the pace and power of this league, it makes this league. It makes the players tiring, if you know what I mean. So you have to play in a different way. But in the future, if we can mix it up, the technical players with the hard working players, maybe it will save some legs, if you know what I mean, people, and make us even better. So especially like the likes of Firmino type of players won't be as tired as they are right now at age of 30, 31, if you know what I mean. They'll have longevity in the game, if you know what I mean. So that's what he tried to do actually when we won the championship. But unfortunately, pandemic happened, and the finance of Liverpool is not very good. So if we don't invest in the right players at the right time and all this stuff, this is the kind of things that happen to clubs like us. We don't spend like Manchester City. We don't spend like Man United. We don't spend like Arsenal. We don't spend like Chelsea. We spend differently, if you know what I mean, because we can't take risks. If we take risks, it actually hurts the pocket of the owners in a bad way, because they're not that rich, if you know what I mean, our owners. This is why we want them out, and eventually we'll talk about it as we go along anyway. But yeah, so this is what I think about Bobby. He brought us joy. His smile is like effective to the rest of us. He made an important role for the team, so everybody can do that in the future for us, and it was successful. It was a successful period. It's just sad, 3 players who are selfless are the ones to leave first, like Ronaldo, Mane, and Firmino. Mane knew Mane knew he was coming to the end of his career at Liverpool Football Club. He couldn't do what he used to do anymore because he didn't want. I don't think he ever wanted to leave Liverpool, but he just knew, just like Firmino knew. Wijnaldum is a different story, but they just know when your body ain't taking you to where it used to be anymore. Like it's hard to maintain it for this football team, especially if you know what I mean, people. And Mane and Firmino know about that. That's why they both want to leave Liverpool Football Club. Yeah, so that's what I got about Firmino. 107 goals for Liverpool. He's been here since 2015 under Brendan Rodgers. Klopp took him to another standards, from a number 10 to a number 9, but a false 9 as they call it. And he gave us his all, man. He never gave us problems. Never, never, ever gave us problems. He's always been there at Liverpool Football Club. He never said, I want to go to Barcelona when he's at his height, or Real Madrid or anything like that. And I applaud him for that, and I appreciate that, because, you know, when South American players come to this country, their first thought is Barcelona, Real Madrid, teams that don't really care about them, and then they end up playing for them, and then, you know, it's either hit or miss. But Liverpool, he played good, he played bad, but he's still going to be here competing for the the league titles and other trophies at the same time as well. Casper says it's the big game. It's the big one. Yeah, of course it's the big one, man. A lot of people say Real Madrid and Barcelona, but nah, this is the most watched game in world football, so it's got to be the big one. Let's be honest there. Yeah, so thanks to Firmino. And we'll see the last game of the season. I hope he plays tomorrow, because we need someone in that role, in the number 10 role. I'll discuss that when I do the formation. And we could actually, give Man United more problems, as we did with Man City. So, Man United have already won the League Cup and are in high form at the moment. They are very, very untouchable. They are the informed team in the Premier League so far, along with Arsenal. What are we going to do about it? Get the players back from injury, and then we'll see where we go from there. Because I believe if we got the likes of Konate and Van Dijk at the back, I think we're more solid, if you know what I mean. Like, we don't really concede a lot. So it's two pacey centre backs who like the physical side of the game and don't make a lot of mistakes, if you know what I mean. Konate has his moments, but when he gets a consistent run in the team, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And they're powerful, and they're good in the air. They are threatening the other box as well. So if these two hit it like they did against Wolverhampton, as the game went on, they were getting better and better, and they complement each other. I think we'll be more of a threat than we first thought against Man United, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to this game, and I think a lot of people are thinking that Man United is going to come to Anfield and just batter us, especially with Rashford, the way he's on form at the moment. Rashford is Rashford, isn't it? He's hot and cold. He's had his career like this throughout, since he's been playing football. At moments he's going to be brilliant, and there's going to be a season he's going to be bad. He's never consistent, if you know what I mean. And that's why a lot of people are always saying, is he going to be world class, or is he going to stay like average player? He can be a world-class player if he continues the way he's playing, but he's just not consistent. I mean, there's always something behind the way he plays. Is it World Cup? Is it a contract? It's coming up very soon. Maybe it's something like that with him. You know what I mean? And I've heard there's a new contract coming soon. So there you go, people. When he signs a contract, is he going to be the same player? I don't know. And then Ten Hag, you add on top of that, he has been great. Like, first season in English football, already won a trophy, but it's the honeymoon period with Man United at the moment, isn't it? If once the honeymoon period runs out, is the manager can he handle the pressure? Can he handle it when the fans are angry, when you're losing games? Can he, like when the camera focuses on Fergie as the games are going and all that stuff? Can he handle things like that? Because there's greater managers than him that actually manage football, manage Man United after Ferguson. So, and they failed, and they all failed. Let's just be honest, they all failed. Like some Mourinho, Van Gaal, Ragnick. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm not saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a great manager, but he had the same kind of record. Yes, he didn't win a trophy, but he had the same kind of record as Ten Hag. The honeymoon period, he was the same. They were winning games. And can he handle when the pressure is on? We'll have to wait and see. It's just a honeymoon period. You could get cocky now, but once that runs out and you lose games and you have run out of ideas, especially in your team, how can you come out of that and compete? We'll have to wait and see for that. We'll have to wait for you to see for that. Yeah. So, the head-to-head between Liverpool and Manchester United is, I think Liverpool probably slightly ahead. Let's check. I've never looked at it before. For a long time, actually, I haven't looked at that. So let's check out the head-to-head. So this is the head-to-head. The last time we faced them in August, it was 2-1 to Man United. They battered us. Let's be honest, they absolutely humiliated us. Even though the scoreline says 2-1, it's a consolation from Salah, as I remember. The whole game just looked weird for Liverpool. We played Harvey Elliott, Henderson, and Milner in the middle. You don't go to Old Trafford, a big pitch like that, and put people that can't run on the pitch. Let's just be honest. Harvey Elliott can't run. Henderson has got a bit of pace, but he hasn't got it anymore. And then you got James Milner in the middle as well. So if you play those guys, it's going to be like a field day for the opponents, especially at Old Trafford. And they're pacey players who are going to run behind our defense and muller us. And it's not easy. It's not easy at Old Trafford, especially when they got a new manager that's here, to to make the team even better, if you know what I mean. So that's how I saw it. So if you see head-to-head, people, it's 58 Liverpool, 67 Manchester United, draws 50. It's like 175 games. Sorry, people, dry throat. Yeah, so it's 175 games. So Man United are obviously ahead, almost 10 games. It's 9 games actually. So, can we reduce that? Yes, Liverpool can do that. But Man United can beat us at the same time as well. It's not going to be an easy game. Please, people, share your thoughts on the comment section as well. So yeah, so it's not going to be an easy game. As I said, they are the informed team, and the record says it all. They're still ahead of us in wins. 9 games, but it's still a lot to claw back for Liverpool Football Club, if you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be as easy as Man United think that it's going to be this game. I think Liverpool are capable of doing their thing, because a lot of players, like I said, have come back from injury, and if they play the way they normally play, which is high intensity football, defending as one, and winning the ball back and things like that, I think we could beat anyone in world football if we do that. Like, you could even see the Real Madrid game. We had our moments in that one, and we should have actually, see that game out. If you 2-0 up, you don't lose 5-2. Let's just be honest there. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy game if you look at that. Yeah. So the Premier League, as you can see, the last 4 games, Liverpool won 3. I think, yeah, three of them, and Man United won 1. So it's gonna be interesting now, in my opinion. And if we have got any ambitions for top 4, we have to win this game. There's no excuses behind it, if you know what I mean, people. If we make any excuses, let's just call it a day for top 4 then. And like I said in the beginning of this actual stream, like, if Liverpool make top 4, it's embarrassment for the league, considering where we was like a few weeks ago, like 10th for majority of the season. And people are saying like this league has been outstanding this season because someone else is competing other than Liverpool and Man City. Like I said, if Arsenal had pressure like normal seasons from Man City and Liverpool, would they be where they are? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. So, you guys, boys and girls, I'm going to be moving to the actual formation for Liverpool. And I'm going to make some changes. If it's okay with you. Please, if you're watching, just, have your thought. Share it on the comment section and let me know what you think. So my thought on the formation, yeah, it's not 4-3-3. I'm done with 4-3-3. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I want to have a double pivot, like something. No. Something like this. Double pivot in front of the defense. If you look at Fabinho in the game against Wolves, I thought he was outstanding. A lot of people are complaining about his mobility, especially me as well. But he was just standing here, sometimes come back over here, and he looked impressive, really impressive. And if I have this kid next to him, it'd be an outstanding thing to do, because they will protect the defense, and then you got Bobby there. A lot of people saying play Gakpo, but Nunes ain't doing a bad job either, is he? But I mean, at the end of the day, Nunes, you want him to do a job which is like run up and what am I doing? Yeah, which is run up and down that pitch. He will do it. You don't moan about it. That's the type of players we need. And with Nunes, he's improving every single time. So this is how I want to see our midfield and attack. You can't change. Like if you won a game, you got to keep the same attackers, right? A lot of people are suspicious about Jota. They're saying he's still carrying an injury. No, I don't think he's carrying an injury. I think he's just come back from a long-term injury. He's just trusting his body again. Once he does that, I think he's going to become even better. But I've seen him do a run before that Nunes goal. I thought it was an amazing run. It looked like the bit of pace that he misses. What I like about Jota especially, he's direct. You know what I mean? That's what we need to get back with him. He can score goals. He can score like headers. He can score tap-ins. He can score like shots from outside the box. But what I miss most of all about Jota is his directness when he runs at defenders and makes them think, do I go for him or do I let him go? He did that when the Nunes disallowed goal happened. That's what I want to see more of. Like when he comes deep, collects the ball from here and just goes at people. And most of all, the most important thing with him is he likes to defend as well. So if you look at Firmino, that three like triangle here, Firmino, Nunes, and Jota, forget about Salah because he doesn't defend for anyone. If you get these three here, as triangle, they will work hard to the 90th minute. They'll run up and down that pitch and help the team out. This is what I'm saying about this game. If we have a like triangle here and a triangle, well, you could say the four up here. We could make it a square or something. If you have the four over here, we'll cause Man United more problems because he will be right on the two centre backs. He will be here loose, collecting the ball from the actual midfield and defense as well. But the defense, I don't want to change it. Trent. Some people say let's start Milner for his aggressive side of things. Like if Rashford goes on that side, he will actually like put him down a bit. But where's the creativity? Where's the creativity going to come from? Who's going to create the goals for us? And we rely on actual fullbacks to create goals for us. So most of all, like Trent Alexander-Arnold, if there's no creativity coming from Trent Alexander-Arnold, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. He takes the free kicks, he takes the corners, he takes the deep line creative side of things as well. So he does everything. For a fullback, he should not be doing that because I'd rather he just concentrates on his actual defensive duties than creating everything for Liverpool. It's crazy, man. And then when he's off form, a lot of people have a go at him. You can't have a go at a guy who's doing above and beyond. He's not even being a fullback. He's beyond the fullbacks, like a superhero. That's why I feel sorry for him when people have a go at him. If he just concentrates on being a fullback, maybe he won't make those mistakes as a defender. Let's just train as a defender and see where you go from there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll put Trent back. Sorry, there's a few comments. Skies Africa says Liverpool. Yeah. Casper says Milner would get sent off against Rashi. Yeah, that's why I don't want to put him in. I mean, he will actually take him out. He'll probably injure him for the rest of the season if he feels like it. So yeah, these three. And centre back, obviously, come on, Konate's got to be there. Konate's got to be there. And then you got Van Dijk. And I'll shock most people. I don't see what's his name, Robertson playing this game. I'll say if you're on form, play. I'm not all about this sentimental things like, oh, Robertson used to do this for me. Robertson used to do that for me. Simicast played well against Wolves. Play the guy. A lot of people don't trust him anymore. Think about it, people. The reason you don't trust him is because he is in his mind, he's already shattered. Because no matter what happens, if he plays well or if he doesn't play well, he's not going to be in the team. That's what happens to Paul Simicast. So if you're a footballer and this happens on a continuous basis, how are you going to feel? Think about it. How are you going to feel? No matter what I do, I'm not going to play in the team. That's mentally. That mentally affects you. So psychologically, it's affecting him. Think about that, people. Like, if you play football, you'd understand what I'm saying. No matter what you do, you won't play. That shouldn't be like that. You're always going to get, what's his name playing? Robertson. It shouldn't be like that. So I think, like, with the way he played against Wolverhampton, these two complement each other going forward and coming back. But now, like I said, you can't keep relying on Robertson and Simicast creating the chances. Say they get marked off of the game, we've got this guy. This guy's going to drop deep, create for, pass here, pass there, pass there. If he sees a through ball, Salah going through, he'll give that through ball. Jota going through, he'll give that ball. Nunes going through, he'll give that ball. This has to be his domain. Especially Casemiro, who's dominating in that position. Get him out of the game. Get him out of the game. Trouble him. Make sure when these players come forward, Casemiro is already occupied with Firmino, if you know what I mean. He will distract Casemiro doing his defensive works. So these guys can go forward and create for these guys, or, take shots from outside the box. That's the thing we don't do. We don't take shots outside the box. And it's really frustrating me with Liverpool Football Club. When was the last time we actually scored from outside the box? Harvey Elliott at Wolves in the cup? I mean, come on, man. You're professional footballers. Taking shots from long range should be your specialty. We should aim with these players. So, yeah. So this is my starting lineup, people. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is how we played against Manchester City. And we actually performed well. That's what I want to see. Like this. And I think we'll do better. I think we'll do much, much, much better than what we did in the past as well. Yeah, that's for my formation. Obviously, 4-2-1-3. If we have that, we're more than likely get in trouble, Man United, and win the game. But if we play 4-3-3, play Harvey Elliott again, I don't dislike the kid. I used to push this kid to do his absolute best and perform on a regular basis. But it's just too big for him. I don't know what it is. Like, ever since that injury, he looks worse. Like, he looks worse than before because he's scared to do things and he doesn't cover the pitch. So we're basically one man down if you're defending, and that's why I feel sorry for Harvey Elliott. Yeah, but I think get him out of the limelight, start the experienced players as well as the youth with the Besiktas, and I think we'll do better. I think we'll do much, 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 much better. So that's my formation for the game. My score prediction. I said on Alid's Club Talk TV, please go and check it out. I said it's going to be 2-0 to Liverpool. If the defense is like this and if the formation is more like this. If it's 4-3-3, we'll concede a goal. We'll still win by 2 goals, but I think we'll concede a goal. But this is the formation I want to go with. 4-2-1-3. If we do that, we'll be all right. We'll be all right, as Matthew McConaughey says. Yeah, so that's how I see it. I hope Klopp goes through with that as well, and we win the game, of course, because we've got no choice. We've got no choice. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the last bit, which is this. Yep, so you can expect FSG app playing going over Anfield tomorrow. Well, it's my friends that actually organised it. I am part of it because I said, if there's no plan after that, then don't bother me, there is a plan apparently. They're going through with it. And I'm all for it. I'm done with FSG, people. It's time to go. This poor manager doesn't deserve what he's getting. Unfortunately, he signed a contract that, he has to accept things like this, and it shouldn't be like that. A manager like Jurgen Klopp, who probably gets sought after by the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Bayern Munich, who rejects them time and time again, doesn't deserve owners like this, man. Think about it, people. Like everybody talks about Klopp, like turns water to flowers, especially with players. How long does that last? It doesn't last. That's what's happened. That's why we're in decline, because we have owners who don't have the finance to support the team. They've done a great job. Don't get me wrong. I'm never going to disrespect them for that. But how long can you take that? We're to the point that we was 10th majority of the season, and they haven't even invested in the team to get it back up the league. We had to do it in a different way. I mean, we had to wait for injured players to come back to get back to like close to where we was in the past. And these owners just sit there in their office in Boston, don't care. How can you look at a league and see Liverpool Football Club in 10th position and you don't even react to that? Think about that, people. And like I said, Klopp could have went to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG when we was winning things, but he chose to stay. So those Klopp outs, those idiots that say Klopp out, think about what I'm trying to tell you here right now. If your manager left and you get another manager in like Henrique and all these people you want, how long would they stay at Liverpool? We would be used like a stepping stone. Think about that. But you got a manager that will stay here even if the biggest jobs in the world come to him. He'll still say, I love Liverpool Football Club, I'll stay here. Just because we had a few months of like bad form because of the lack of investment. You can't work miracles all the time. You should know that. If you know football, you should know that. I don't need to explain that to you. That miracle only lasts for a certain amount of time, and it runs that. That's what's happened to him. Majority of these players got injured, and we didn't invest. And I don't see anything happening in the summer. Don't get me wrong. Maybe Bellingham probably will come in at best. After that, what is it? We have to like just accept these other players. No, Liverpool Football Club should not be there. We should be competing for all fronts every single time. Minimum in a season should be a one trophy. And people are telling me, be grateful. Be grateful for what? What? They saved us 12, 13 years ago. I was there in court with the Liverpool team. I was watching it. Standing outside in the heat as well. Trying to get those Cowboys out. But how long can we say, oh, they saved us. Forget about saving. What about saving on the pitch? It's not about building stands that true Liverpool fans can't go and see. We can't get tickets. They don't care about you. They just care about the finance and the mega store. Who's going to buy the merchandise? That's all they care about. Let's just be honest here. Yeah, so think about it, people. Think about what you're saying. And if anyone attacks those people, they are within their right to protest. They are within their right to do what they want. Nobody judges you as a Liverpool fan what you do. We don't work as robots. Everybody does the same thing. So leave them alone. Let them do what they have to do. If they want that manager to stay for a long, long time, things like this have to happen. He gives you clues in his interviews that he's struggling financially with the team. He already said in one of his interviews, I think it was the Crystal Palace game, that I don't get financial support. I have to sell to buy. He said that. If you look at the actual interview from the first minute to the last minute, then you'll see what he was saying was the truth. So think about that, people. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. I hope this playing thing works and the owners see. Because bad publicity, FSG don't like. FSG do not like bad publicity, and they always react when things like that happen. If you look at the £75 tickets they wanted to sell, and if you look at the Super League and things like that, each time the fans reacted to that, they came out and apologized, and they changed their mind on things. But with this one, we have to be realistic, man. They either have to sell the club or get investors in that's going to be supporting Liverpool Football Club for the remainder. Because we can't have seasons like we don't compete like this bad. At least minimum top 4. We can't even do that. Obviously, people are saying we're coming back now, but we have to sacrifice a lot in order for us to get there, if you know what I mean. And it shouldn't be like that. Liverpool Football Club should not sacrifice a lot to get to the top 4. We have the right to be in top 4 on a regular basis, because that's what Bill Shankly built this club for. And we need to get behind our manager, man. Because if we lose Jurgen Klopp, there will be a limit. Remember I told you guys, that's what happened to Kenny Dalglish in 1990. He reached his limit. He just couldn't do it anymore. And we don't want that to happen to Jurgen Klopp. You know what I mean? So just think about what I'm saying. Leave those people alone that's doing the protest in their own way. And I hope they get it right, man. I hope they get it right. I hope the owners come out and, say what we need to hear as well, which is like either investors are coming in or they're going to be selling, because we can't go on like this. We just can't go on, man. It's far too long, Liverpool Football Club being like this. Yeah, people. So that's my little rant gone. Please like, share, and subscribe. In the future, comment as well, man. I don't want 1 or 2 people commenting. Give us some more. I really enjoyed this, people. I woke up at 11. I finished work at 7. I made the effort, haven't I? So please support the channel, and I'll see you soon, everybody. Take care.